going on, ladies and gentlemen? So here is another vlog video, another Let's Talk video. I'm out going for my walks as usual. So what's there to talk about today? Man, honestly, not much. There's not really much. We'll see what we can film, what we can vlog about today. You know, there's really not much to discuss. But I do have, okay, I'll tell you guys what. How would you guys like some hood stories right now? I'm going to give you guys 2 stories. Remind you, I'm 27, so I got a lot of stories about anything you guys want to hear. From hood stories, school stories, creepy stories, ghost stories, funny stories. You guys name it, I have it to tell. You best believe. So, you guys want to hear two stories. And that's what we'll do. I'm waiting until we get past this part. I'm waiting until we get past this part. So, here we go. You know, there's older people, and a lot of them are cancer patients. As you know, there's a cancer hospital where the mall is now. Or, yeah, it's a cancer hospital now. There was no mall there anymore. Let's keep it real. Cancer hospital now. They're going to turn the rest of it into it. Where the mall once stood. Now, so it's time for some hood stories. Or what I considered hood stories. Mixed with a little bit of humor in it. This is what we're going to do. So let's get started. First story. I know a lot of people may not see me with a lot of girls, but truth is this, I could pull anyone I want. You know, yeah, sometimes I got low self-esteem, and sometimes I may think I'm not good or perfect, but the truth is, you know, if I do get somebody or messing around with somebody, I don't put it out there in public like you all do, because that's how you fuck up shit. You guys don't know any better. Keep it real. And like I said, you know, I got stories, and I can go on and on about the women I pulled, had, and fucked with, or just messed, bless me, or I messed around with. But here's one for today who I messed around with. So it was back over 12 years ago, and this was when I was in high school as a senior. I was in this work program class, and we had to take the bus to our locations. Well, since we were the last 2, the bus had problems, so we had to pull into this one bus station, right? It's in Columbia, but it's like out in the boonies. And the bus driver asked us to stay up on the bus. And he took a while for him to come out of the building, things like that. But there's one chick, and I'm not going to mention her name. She's around my age, you know, 26, 27 years old. I'm just going to state that. She is married now, and she does have a child. So I'm not going to mention her name, even though she's known, or was known, to get around. So I'm just going to leave that part at that. But she had a boyfriend, though. Right? Well, this girl, she would want to flirt around and fuck around with me. And that's what we did. And she used to like having her ass felt on a lot. So she used to grind it up on my crotch area, getting my dick hard, calling it for what it is. And when we were on the bus, I remember we were by ourselves because the bus driver didn't come out the building for a while. So we were in the back. She came to the back seat, and I kid you not, first thing she had me do, or what I ended up doing too, ended up fingering her. Remember that she was 18, I was 19, so we're both that age. I just want to verify that. Next thing, she takes out my dick and starts giving me some dope ass head. So I ended up busting in her mouth. Well, I was still hard and she still wanted to go at it, so we ended up fucking for doggy style raw, fucking for like 2 hours straight. Then by almost the third hour came along, because the bus driver didn't come out till the fourth hour. That's how long he took. So by the fourth hour, I ate her out for like another hour. Real talk. Ended up coming in my mouth. But mind you, she had a boyfriend, and she did this to a lot of people. And by the fourth hour, bus driver came out, but we were already done by then. So, this ain't the first time I messed around with somebody's girl. I understand I can be goofy at times, but please understand, don't leave me around your woman alone. I'll show you just how goofy I can be. Real talk. And there was this one chick, right? So, I guess I can give you guys like 3 stories today. So there was this one other chick, and it was back when I was with a group of people. This one guy's fiance, he knew about her past, and there's a difference between being a hoe, a slut, a hooker, and a whore. A whore is the worst one because they are ladder climbers. But I say the worst ones are breeders. That's a term that's goes way back. As we all know what a hoe is. A hoe fucks around with people locally. Right? The slut sleeps around with people locally, fucks around with them, even outside of the town. Well, a hooker is somebody that sells herself for money. Now, let me remind you, a good majority of us had experience with hoes, sluts. Some of us not with hookers, but I have. Okay, I used to fuck around with one and date one, just for the hell of it. Alright? He's real talk. When I pull them, and when I get them, I get the baddest ones. Okay? I just want to verify that. Get that out the way, real talk. Talking about I ain't got game. Oh, trust me, I got a certain type of game that you youngsters don't know, and that's real game, because I came from the era from the 80s and 90s of real pimp shit. Yes, I did. Please know your history. Alright? Know your history, know how it's done. A lot of you think you may got game. A lot of you don't. That's why a lot of you guys out here, to be honest, are a bunch of faggots. Alright? They want you to think you have a woman, but I know a lot of y'all, okay, be wanting to fuck around with your homeboys in private. Especially a lot of you high school football players. But hey, I got my stories and I got my secrets with that I can tell for another day, but I'm not going to drop names because that'd be too real. But anyways, now a whore, that is a person that fucks outside of state, real talk, inside of state, who gets abortions. That is what a whore is. Who fucks around with just a group, not a clique, but a group of people. Alright? And that uses the person who she is with for money. Okay? Well, this individual, one night, her and her boyfriend got into it. Okay? And he was one of my ex-homies. It's like he's an ex-homie to the group, even though now the group kind of went their separate ways. You know, me and somebody else, you know, we still communicate, me and my best friend. And I wish he was here. No, he's still alive, but I wish he was here to walk with me so he can verify and tell his part of the story with this. But I don't want to tell his part, and that's his part. I'm just going to tell mine. So what it is with this is that you know, she decided me to walk with her to her car because she ended up getting pushed down a ditch because of her boyfriend, all right, or now known as ex-fiance. Brushed her off and everything, and she had me brush off her ass, and she wanted me to sit in the car with her, right? And this took place in a Walmart parking lot because, like, what it was, she used to park there, meet up with the people as we walked around, then we would walk back, that type of deal. So we walked back to the car in the Walmart parking lot, and this was like maybe at 1 o'clock at midnight. So we used to stay out a lot. I sat in her car. Well, she had me grope upon her as she decided to take out my shit and start jacking it off, keeping it on. I don't know what else to say besides that. And then started screwing her in the car. Real talk. Started screwing her up in the car. So that's my part. Next, now this other part right here, I can tell, like I said, this part's going to be a little stretched out, but why not, man? You guys want the hood stories, I'm going to give you the stories. So when I was off in Smyrna at a community in college for people with learning disabilities, somebody there I met who came from there, from Georgia, and we talked about this. I showed her the picture of the chick. He's like, I know her. She travels outside the state at times to go mess around with me and several of my homies, and goes back. I'm like, oh shit, for real? And to verify this, he got one of his homeboys on the phone, right? Remind you, this is the same chick from this new story that I'm talking to you about, who used to mess around with a group of people, and then that me and her screwed around in the Walmart parking lot at midnight. Not the other chick from the first story, this story, because this is the whore. Okay? So they were on the phone and put them on speaker, and I'm like, oh yeah, you know, like really, really telling. I'm like, okay. So there's that. So you know, you got to be careful because a lot of people are known, like real talk, known for getting around. Yes. Well, I know one night. This is a story I heard from my best friend. Is that one night, right? One night is that the boyfriend, or the ex-fiance, whatever you want to call it, found his woman sleeping in the back of a truck with 6 other guys at the Walmart parking lot. This time took place around the 2-3 o'clock hour. He stood there, called her out, didn't do nothing, couldn't get mad because they were finna beat his ass anyways if they really wanted to. You gotta understand, your woman is everyone's woman. Like real talk. But I guess earlier she had an orgasm party with those 6 guys, right? Which would have been a 7th sum. She would have been the 7th person. So she had that train ran on her. You know, so them are those 2 stories right there for today. Some more stories here. Now here's a funny story. Now you guys know that video that's going around of that woman calling the cops on those people for having a barbecue for using charcoal grills. We all know you can have charcoal grills at the park. They can't have gas grills, so they can't do gas because of safety reasons, especially on the 4th. But you can do charcoal grill here in the U.S. You know, I think a lot of us know that. You can do charcoal, but you can't do gas because of certain safety reasons with gas grills in parks, especially around the 4th of July holiday. Or even during the summer at birthdays, you know, or family reunions or whatever celebration. So, as you know, they got grills already at the park. If you don't, you know, if you want to use those, you can. They're charcoal. If you don't, you can bring your own, as long as it's a charcoal grilled, you know. I literally knew a person like that. I kid you guys not. I literally knew a person like that in real life. Now, this woman, she hated people. She just hated people, man. Especially children. I kid you not. So this woman, right? This woman, I'm texting somebody right now. So this woman, okay, this woman, she literally hated people, right? And she just did not like people. You know, over the summertime is when it got ridiculous. You know, because of, you know, it got ridiculous. But what she used to do, and we're gonna get to the summertime stuff. So she used to call the cops on the parents because, you know, over the summertime you would have birthday parties for your kids. I'm not a summer baby, I'm a winter baby. But, you know, she used to call the cops on the parents because of the kids having a birthday party. And there'd be times where we would have it outside. I kid you guys not. She would call the cops up on the parents because of the children celebrating their birthdays outside in the summer. I kid you guys not. That's what this woman did. And then some of us that had pets, she used to call the cops on for that. Oh, wait, their dog is barking. I mean, animals are gonna bark. Just about everyone had dogs, right? Everyone had dogs. Of course you're gonna start barking. That's what, you know, animals make noises. That's what they do. That's okay as long as they're not running around, you know, like strays. Okay? But you guys think that's something. Check this part out. She used to call the cops. Dig this. She used to call the cops upon the kids, us kids, for being kids, you know. Regardless if we were out with some older folks trying to, you know, be street cats, trying to hustle, or if we were just kids playing and riding bikes. But she used to call the cops just on the kids for riding bikes. Like, this woman just did not like people. She just did not like people. And we couldn't believe that this was a case. Like, wow. Really? Now, every 4th of July, you know, people are going to light fireworks, celebrate the 4th, things from that nature. You know, I mean, that's what you're going to do. It's natural, it's nature to most people. And she would call the cops, again on the 4th of July, just for people lighting and celebrating Independence Day. And then used to complain about the smell of barbecued food. So there is that. And that's what she used to do during the winter times, around November and Christmas time. You know, I'm a November baby, I'm a winter baby. So, you know, people would come over, and this was a long time ago when you could invite people over to your house, you know, where, you know, this was a different time. Even when you could just pop by somebody's house unexpected, you know, this is a day and age where that was okay to do. Nowadays, it's not. At this time, a lot of us were some ghetto foster kids as well. I just want to put that out. Like I said, times change. You just can't do stuff like, you can't go over to somebody's house no more. You unexpected. Nowadays, there's issues where you have a lot of people inside the house, even for hours on end. You know, this is a different day and age back then compared to now, which I'm trying to explain. And there would just be a gathering of us, and that was the thing, because there would be so much of us for my birthday every November back then. She used to call the cops because there's too much people over there. It looks suspicious and there's too much noise. So the cops would come over, investigate it, to see what's going on. And once they say, oh, well, it's a birthday, they're having a birthday. Yeah, no shit. So she was a bitch. She was a bitch. I kid you not. So, you think that's something? Well, she would call the cops on just the neighborhood and complain about noise and the Christmas lights at Christmas times. That's what she did. She called the cops and just complained. She really, like I can't explain it to you guys, man. Like, she really hated people. Like, she just despised people. You know, but you're gonna have people like that, man. Thought of another story that I could tell to you guys. And this story falls into the category of being sad, honestly, rather than, you know, it goes into sad and a bit weird factor. And this is a story right here that whoever's watching this, you guys need to keep an open mind about this and ask yourself, what would you do in this situation as the viewer, if you will, as the viewer. Now, there was a song that I recorded back in maybe 2012-ish, 2013-ish, called Protect Us From Evil, and I re-recorded it this year since all my stuff is updated and there's better quality. Now, the song was inspired by a situation that me as the viewer, witnessed. And there was this woman, her and her child, she couldn't have been no more than maybe 20, 21 at the most, and this was at the Nashville airport. Now, as we're in line, I heard about, as we're in line, some people got two-way tickets and some people got one-way tickets. Her ticket was one way. I heard it be one way. And, she's in line behind us. And she had, she didn't have much. She just had a little bit of her clothes and a little bit of her baby's clothes packed in one bag. medium-sized bag, and then a small carry-on bag, which was a SpongeBob backpack. And she seemed as the point of, I guess, scared or maybe frightened. And she asked, could she cut in front of us? I said, yeah, please go ahead. And I noticed she didn't have shoes on. You can tell she was trying to get away from somebody or something because of the person's body language. When you can just tell, those moments where you can just tell somebody's trying to get away from something or someone in a sense of life or death, that kind. And I noticed that this woman had some bruises on her. I really did. So something tells me that she left early without her whatever person or thing she tried to get away from. And to me, I'm gonna say it's a person. It might be, a formal ex-lover, boyfriend, fiance, whatever. And you can just tell. And it happened within a matter of seconds. Even going in line, trying to get out of getting scanned and checked and all that. And then walking with us, in front of us, walking with us, as I felt though as if it was the right thing to do. And as she made her way past to her boarding session. So, because of that, is what inspired the song Protect Us from Evil. And you could tell she was happy. Okay, I'm past everything. I can finally get away. And I hope that woman is doing good. I hope that the child's doing good. Now, this is the question that I'm asking you guys who's watching this video. If you all have ever seen or been in that situation as the viewer, you see somebody trying to get away. From what I just explained, you as the viewer, what would you have done? What would you have done to help this individual in that short amount of time as much as you can? I felt like I did the right thing by letting her cut in line in front of me so she can get ahead more and get away. I felt though as if I done the right thing. 'Cause something told me to. I want to know if you guys would have did the right thing. Or even if you guys, if any of y'all been in her shoes or know somebody that's been in that woman's shoes, what would you have done? Do you think she done the right thing by leaving? Or do you think she could have took it to the law system? What do you think, what you guys would have done in both of the situations? Like, I'm going to be honest with you, sometimes, nowadays, it takes money for the law system just to report somebody, bring them to justice for whatever reason. It really does. It really does. And she may have not had that. So her only opportunity was to escape. And sometimes not a lot of people are lucky or fortunate enough to get away like that. Now, I have a story prior to that situation that happened to me, but that's a story for another time. So you guys get some stories today, but not so much. I don't want to tell everything, But I felt though as if I did the right thing by letting her cut in front, letting her get away, and she was really grateful for it and said thank you several times. And I seen her boarding gate and I seen the plane she went on, and I looked out the window and seen that she boarded. And I'm happy for her, man. I'm glad she got away from whatever she was going to get away from whoever. Like I said, not too many people are fortunate enough in certain situations to get away. They're really not. They're not fortunate enough, you know. So I hope that this woman's doing good. I hope that the kid's doing well, and that whoever she tried to get away from didn't find her. You know, I really hope so. I hope. I really do. I really do. So I'll pick back up with you guys a bit later. What's going on, guys? It's almost around 1 o'clock. So I'm gonna go do, I'm gonna go do a loop as I'm vlogging. You know, just finish out my walk for today. And if you guys are wondering what's around my neck, it's a canteen full of water. It is hot, it is summertime. I gotta make sure I stay hydrated. So what I'm about to do, I'm gonna stop across the street here, or maybe at this gas station if they have a fountain, so I can fill up my canteen. It's about almost half empty, so let's see if they have a fountain here. Let me look inside first. Yeah, I don't think so. So I'm gonna stop by this store across the way. I'm gonna try to put some water in my canteen, fill it up. I don't know, I mean, it's about halfway full and halfway not, but I like to make sure there's water. So I guess I'm good for right now. Let's go ahead and do this walk. Just talk to you guys and things like that. Seems YouTube's back on their bullshit. They're now attacking my full uploads of my projects. So I think what I'm going to do, this is what I'm going to do for a while. Honestly to God, till YouTube gets their shit back together, this channel for right now will be for vlogging, and I will be uploading muted gameplay when I start back doing gameplay. But if you guys want to hear the unmuted gameplay, just go to my Facebook page. Please don't send me any bullshit. Don't spam my stuff. Don't flag my stuff either when you do, because it does tell me who does it. It does tell me even locations. If you're here in the state of Tennessee or within the location town of Columbia, it will tell me. Yes, it will. Facebook page is simple. Chaz Neff. Just look for that. Chaz Neff. CHAZNEFF. It's that easy. It's that simple. If you want to hear the unmuted gameplay. If you want to hear the unmuted gameplay. Now, Facebook, when it comes to uploading music on Facebook, I do not recommend it, because I do not recommend it. A lot of people do it, but the problem is, the reason why you don't see a lot of their music up anymore, because Facebook strikes it and will take it down. That's what they do. So I'm not going to be uploading the full projects of my music to Facebook. I'm not going to do it. Nope. They will strike that shit and take that down, and I don't feel like losing my page, because that's what happened before, and this is what's going to happen, because I'm setting the rules right now. I'm explaining the shit to you right now. Okay? So let's start with YouTube first. This YouTube channel, okay, I'm not going to be uploading any more music to it, because right now they're starting to attack my stuff. And as you know, if anybody's been following what's been going on with YouTube lately, you know why. Okay? Right now they're starting to attack some of my projects again, even though we got a lot of that taken care of. But there's a lot of haters on there as well. So I'm gonna go back and check tonight and see if those are still up there, see if they'll still play, which I'm pretty sure they will. Whatever. But right now, a lot of those full projects are getting took down and striked right now with copyright shit. It is my music, but YouTube, they don't care. Okay? They don't care. So with this channel, it's going to be a vlogging channel for right now, and I will be uploading gameplay, but it will be muted gameplay. Again, it will be muted gameplay. Now, if you guys want to hear the unmuted gameplay, you can go to my Facebook page, Chazneff. That's CHAZNEFF. I will let you guys know when I start uploading gameplay, so you guys can hear the unmuted gameplay. Now, I will not be uploading my music to Facebook. No. Facebook, it has very strict standards now, and if a lot of you are wondering why you don't see a lot of your songs, a lot of your music in terms of right now of 2018 on Facebook, or why it gets took down, is because Facebook is doing what YouTube does along with that. But YouTube's stricter. They'll only give you 3, or no, actually they'll give you 2 strikes, and then they'll disable your page. They will disable it. Going back what happened before with my old page, that's what happened. But it wasn't with the music. It was with the gameplay, because I had a couple of people, some haters, that didn't like my gameplay and that didn't like my music, but a good majority had something to do with my gameplay. So they would strike and flag my page, which ended up being it disabled, which ended up being it again disabled, and some people would steal my video game footage because I didn't have commentary over it or how to claim it as mine, that it's me and my game footage. And I'm gonna call the person out. Let's be realistic. A lot of you are saying, well, who is it? His name is Corey Seagraves, and I'm talking to you, you fat fuck, you fuck nigga, I'm talking to you. Because when you strike some shit and when you flag some shit, it's going to say who done it. Your name popped up the most. And it's even said within location. Nigga, you live in Lawrenceburg, here in Tennessee, because you're a jealous fuckboy. Okay? Just like you try stealing one of your homies' songs and saying, oh, it's mine, when it's not, because you're uploading his shit. Keep it real. Just like when you were popping off at the mouth 4 years ago saying I sent you a friend request, you know that's a goddamn fucking lie. I don't even know you. You sent me one first. Okay? And the only reason why you probably sent me one first, just like you did before with this new page, and I blocked your ass because you ain't feeling still no more of my shit, is because you're a friend with who I'm friends with, which is Paul Baxter. I understand that your boy just like he is mine. Okay, I understand that. He does the game stuff just like I do. But one thing is this, you're not stealing my shit. Corey, you're a fuck nigga, you're a fuck boy. And because you're lucky I had all my stuff backed up, because I'm not stupid, I'm gonna back up my work. And yes, you were stealing my gameplay footage. And when I see your ass, it's on site. Just know what's up. okay? Your ass is finna get this work, you fuck nigga. So don't think that I didn't see what it was, especially when my page got disabled. The main name that it popped up who got it disabled was your fuckboy ass. You fuck nigga you. So Corey, stop fucking lying. Because I didn't send you shit, you sent me shit, you got my shit fucking flagged and disabled because you were stealing my shit and fucking jealous. Even when it came to the music shit. You fat fuck boy nigga. So when I see you, and you just pray to God that we don't see each other. Because when I do, I'm gonna fuck your ass up on sight. Real talk. And when I posted about my claimers' rights photo that I put in the beginning of all my videos now, the Bandit or Creekwater White or Wayne Simmons, you know, if you're seeing this, you asked me about who was doing that. It was Corey Seagrace. I think you know him. You're friends with him. He's the guy that kept hitting you up about, hey, give me a chance with music. He was the same guy that was wanting to do that bullshit 4 years ago, wanting to get you jumped. The same person that teamed up with fuck bitch Coco. That guy. The same one who said, oh, he does music too, but in reality, he actually steals one of his friends, his homeboy songs, and posts them on his shit and say that it's his music when it's not. So it was that guy that was stealing my gameplay footage. That's the reason why I had to make that new page. So that month when you were asking me about that on Instagram, that's the guy who was stealing my shit. And that's the same guy who really wanted to mock and make fun of you when he hit you up about recording. Because he wanted to go there to the studio and clown your shit. So that's the same guy that was taking my shit who wanted to clown you. So you asked and I told you, so there you go, in case you were wondering still about that. I wouldn't work with him. I mean, if you want to take a chance with him, cool, but he a fuck boy, you know. I mean, look what happened to me. I had to restart a whole new page and how to make claimers' rights because he was stealing my shit. And that's the same guy that was involved with that bullshit 4 or 5 years ago, and the only reason why he wanted to go over to your studio is because he wanted to clown you. He wanted to clown your shit and who knows what else. But Corey, I'm telling you this, you fat fuck, you fuck nigga, you fuck boy. You know what you did. And because of that shit, because here's the thing, I put in a lot of work on my stuff. Real talk. Real fucking talk. You can ask anybody. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna give you 3 names, actually 2 names, who you can ask. You can ask Paul. He tell you that I put in a lot of time and effort in my work. You can even ask the Bandit, aka Wayne. He could tell you that, hey, you know, me and Wayne, we may not work together no more. But he can verify this on my behalf and say, yeah, Chaz does take out the time to put into work for his music, just like he does with the video game footage. Real talk, I put in hours in that, man. So I worked hard on a lot of that stuff. I even work with what I have, and yeah, I'm still updating a lot of my stuff. I really am. Okay, I promote more on my Facebook page than I do YouTube because YouTube's on that bullshit. But I'm gonna let you know right now, Corey. It's on site when I see you. You gonna get that work. Real fucking talk. You gonna get that fade, boy. So don't sit there and act stupid. Don't sit there and play dumb on shit. Because trust you me, when you wanted to mention about that list, let's get it out the way. Oh, that list of artists, the people that I know and worked with, I had the real list. Your name wasn't on that list. The one you posted was a fake edited version, keep it real. And said, oh, my name's on here. Nigga, you didn't even go by Swish. That's why I had that diss song out about you, keep it real, on my YouTube page called Game Point Miss Swish Diss. Real talk. Like I said, when I see you, it's on sight. When I see you, Corey, it's on sight because you a fuck boy. You a fuck nigga, you don't know no better. So I just wanted to get that little rant out the way. Real talk. I wanted to get it out the way. Real talk. Man, ain't that hard to find. I walk everywhere. So, I ain't that hard to find. But a lot of you don't do shit when you see me, because you know what the fuck's up. But a lot of you, I gotta let go, because a lot of you don't know no better. Real talk. So I'm letting you know, a lot of you, you know what, I'm gonna do what Star told me to do, what Uncle Star told me to do, even to get out there, get your shit popping, smoke a blunt, take your shirt off, and say, fuck you niggas. And that's what I have to say to a lot of you. Fuck you. All of you. Whoever's watching, fuck you. Well, not to the ones that watch the page to support it. I'm not saying fuck you to them. To the supporters, to the people that keep viewing, that keep rocking with me. Thank you for that. But I'm talking to the bullshitters. I'm talking to the fakers. I'm talking to the ones that want to steal, or the ones that want to flag my shit, or the ones that want to talk to me in person, even though they two-faced. I'm talking. This message is to y'all. Fuck you, niggas. Fuck you. Fuck you. Bunch of clown ass niggas. Fuck you. I'm not that hard to find. Fuck you. Pull up. Come and get this work. Real talk. Too bad I don't have a blunt because I don't smoke, and I don't have a hat. But if I did, I would put it backwards, take off my shirt, and let it be known fully that way. As in, fuck you, niggas. Fuck you. You see me out here, don't do shit. You don't want that work. But I'm gonna let you keep being clowns, and I'm gonna let clowns do what clowns do. Real talk. Okay? I am C Town's Keeper, the king of MCs, the original hater, the #1 player. You know what it is. You know what it is. Don't act like you don't. No. I'm that nigga. So, I just wanted to get that off my chest. I just wanted to make my rant for today, which I did. I'm glad. But, you know, this is my vlog video for today. I ain't got really much left, man, to vlog right now. Not really much going on. So, thank you. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna finish my walk. You guys will see this video up tonight. And peace. And again, to a lot of the people that are subscribed, who are the haters, a lot of the fuck boys, fuck you.